News OK's Press Row with the Oklahomans Barry Trammell and Jenny Carlson is powered by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
I'm Barry Trammell, and I say the story of this March Madness so far is the little guys.
There's been a lot of storylines, from officiating to conferences imploding. From the Opopco studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson. Press Row is sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Barry, you're right. The little guys winning. We've got a regional with the 10, 11, and 12 left, but there's been all sorts of storylines. The fun one, though, is the underdog and how they've fared this year.
Well, the Mountain West Conference has as many teams in the Sweet 16 as the Big East. The city of Richmond, Virginia has as many teams in the Sweet 16 as the Big East. Teams like Virginia Commonwealth and Richmond and San Diego State and Butler being back. That's what makes the NCAA tournament great. That's what I've enjoyed the most about March Madness.
Well, and it has been fun to see some of those unexpected teams win. Morehead State, VCU, Richmond, a lot of great games that have happened out there. There's even been some games involving those underdogs that have been blowouts. They haven't just been in nail biters. They've won by some big margins. But something that's been really interesting to me to watch is how some of these power conferences have done early on. The Big 12, only one team left. Not maybe seen as a power conference, but definitely around here, a conference that we keep an eye on for obvious reasons. But then the Big East, a conference that starts with 11, is now down to hardly anything. So, Barry, it's a little bit surprising how this has gone. It plays into what you're talking about with the underdogs. But those power conferences have had a struggle.
They have, and a conference that's been maligned all year, the stately old ACC, has the most teams in the Sweet 16. They've got 3 in the Sweet 16, even though only 4 Atlantic Coast Conference squads made the 68-team bracket. So great performance by the ACC while the Big East and others have struggled. The Big East and the Big 12 actually are tied with the same winning percentage in this tournament. 9-9 for the Big East, 4-4 for the Big 12. So to me, the ACC has sort of shined. Everybody else has fallen back to the pack.
Well, you talk about the Big East and the Big 12, and a couple teams that both conferences were looking at to maybe make a deeper run than they did, got felled by some officiating controversy. We saw Pitt and Butler exchange late and very last-second fouls on Saturday night. Some controversy in that, which honestly, if you look at both plays, you can see why fouls were called, but it was still crazy the way it went from Butler people thinking they'd got a gift win to then Pitt giving it up. It was just ridiculous how fast that game went and how it changed. And then yesterday on Sunday in Tulsa, we saw Texas get felled by a couple of late calls, a 5-second count that seemed fast. Had somebody send me a note on the internet saying that it was a little shy of a 5-second call, but maybe was a situational thing where you'd say, well, it's kind of a wash. But then late on a drive to the basket, there was a no call and the game was allowed to end, so Texas gets bounced. Officials in the crosshairs, and Barry, I think in a tournament where the NCAA would like to see these underdogs being played as the main event, they are, but officials are close behind, and that's no good in a tournament like this. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.